America, a country synonymous with wealth, opportunity, and the relentless pursuit of happiness, we live in a world of incredible comfort, surrounded by cutting edge technology and seemingly endless freedom by almost every external metric. Life should be better than ever, yet, for millions of Americans, something feels profoundly wrong. There's a quiet, persistent emptiness, a void that all the success and material comfort can't seem to fill. Why is it that in one of the richest nations on earth, so many people feel emotionally bankrupt? This feeling is confusing, isn't it? You might have a good job, a nice home, and a life that looks successful from the outside. You've checked all the boxes you were told to check, but inside there's a disconnect. Psychology offers a powerful explanation for this paradox. Human fulfillment doesn't come from comfort alone. Our minds are not wired for convenience, they are wired for meaning. Think about the structure of modern American life. It's largely built around a cycle of consumption, speed, and achievement. From a young age, we're trained to chase more money, a higher status job, a bigger house, more followers, more results. We are so busy chasing the next goal that we rarely stop to ask the fundamental question: why? Why do I want this? What will it truly give me? Over time, this relentless pursuit starts to reshape our very identity. Our achievements become who we are. We're no longer John or Jane, a person with unique thoughts, passions, and values. We become our job title, our income bracket, our list of accomplishments. And then what happens when that external validation slows down? What happens when you retire, when a project fails, or when the next promotion doesn't bring the joy you expected? The external identity begins to crumble, and the emptiness you've been pushing down becomes louder, more insistent. The silence is deafening because you've forgotten who you are without the constant noise of achievement. Now, let's add another layer to this. Social media platforms like Instagram and TikTok are not just entertainment, they are curated highlight reels of human existence. We scroll through an endless feed of perfect vacations, flawless bodies, storybook romances, and constant success. It's a digital fantasy world where everyone seems to be living their best life all the time. We know logically that these are just edited moments, not the full picture, but our brains don't always make that distinction. Subconsciously, we start comparing our messy, complicated, real lives to these polished digital illusions, and that comparison is a thief of joy. It plants a seed of doubt, making us feel that something is fundamentally missing within us, that our lives are somehow less than. But the problem goes even deeper than social comparison. It touches on one of our most fundamental human needs: emotional connection. Our lives are busier than ever, filled with emails, meetings, and quick text messages. We are constantly communicating, but how often are we truly connecting? We talk about the weather, about work, about the latest show we're watching, but we shy away from the deeper conversations. We have hundreds of friends online, but feel lonely in a crowd. We've traded deep, meaningful bonds for shallow, convenient interactions. Psychology is very clear on this. Emotional connection is as vital to our mental well being as food and water are to our physical survival. Without it, the mind feels isolated and adrift, even when surrounded by people. This lack of genuine connection creates a profound sense of emotional homelessness. Then there's the pervasive influence of our success culture. In a society that equates a person's value with their productivity, rest is no longer seen as a necessity but as a luxury or even a weakness. Taking a day off can trigger feelings of guilt. Moments of peace and stillness can feel undeserved, as if we should always be doing something, producing something, achieving something. This creates a silent internal conflict. Our bodies and minds are screaming for a break, for a moment to just be. But our conditioning tells us that our worth is tied to our output. We end up in a state of chronic burnout, feeling exhausted but unable to truly rest. So here we are, caught in this strange paradox. We have everything we were told would make us happy: the career, the possessions, the freedom, yet we feel hollow. We look in the mirror and see a successful person, but we don't feel successful. We feel empty. And it's crucial to understand that this feeling of emptiness is not a sign of weakness. It's not something you should be ashamed of. It is a signal, a vital, important signal from your mind. What is it signaling? It's telling you that you are disconnected, disconnected from a sense of meaning that goes beyond your job title, disconnected from genuine, heartfelt relationships with others, and perhaps most importantly, disconnected from your own inner purpose, from the person you are underneath all the layers of societal expectation. Your mind is essentially sending up a flare, letting you know that its core needs are not being met. It's starving for something that money can't buy and success can't provide. Now, this conversation isn't about rejecting success or demonizing ambition. Ambition can be a wonderful driving force for good. Success can provide security and opportunity. The point is not to throw it all away. The point is to understand that success without meaning is a beautifully decorated but empty house. It looks good from the outside, but it offers no real shelter for the soul. The goal is to redefine what success means to you. It's about integrating your achievements with a deeper sense of purpose. So, what's the solution? It begins with one simple yet incredibly powerful step. Awareness. Acknowledging this feeling of emptiness without judgment is the first move toward healing it. It's about pausing the endless chase and taking a moment to look inward. Ask yourself those questions you've been avoiding. What truly brings me joy, separate from what I'm supposed to be doing? When do I feel most alive and connected? Who am I when I'm not performing or achieving? This process of self inquiry is the starting point for rebuilding your connection to yourself and to the world around you. It might mean carving out time for a hobby that has no productive outcome, simply for the love of it. It might mean reaching out to a friend to have a real, vulnerable conversation, going beyond the surface level. Small talk. It might mean setting boundaries at work to protect your time for rest and reflection. It's about consciously choosing to invest in the things that nourish your mind and spirit, not just your bank account or resume. When you start to recognize what truly fulfills you on a deep human level, you begin to fill that inner void. The emptiness starts to recede, replaced by a sense of wholeness and purpose. You begin to feel whole again, not because your external circumstances have changed, but because you have finally come home to yourself. Thank you so much for watching. If this video resonated with you, please consider liking it and subscribing to the channel for more content like this, and share your thoughts in the comments below. I'd love to hear your perspective. See you next time.